I want to talk to you today about cultivating your leadership ability. This is something that a lot of people may not consider when it comes to becoming a leader. Just because you have certain skill sets within your industry, it doesn't necessarily make you a leader. And leaders are not born, they're actually developed. And it goes through a process. And so when it comes to leadership, you have to think of leadership really as two phases. The first phase of leadership is self-leadership. The second phase of leadership deals with leading others. But before you get to leading others, which most people kind of conceive in their mind as leadership, you really need to start your development at the self level, developing yourself as a leader. And what does that look like? That looks like going to school, getting the education. And it's not necessarily a 4-year college. Sometimes it's going to a certificate program. Sometimes it's going to technical college. It's really building yourself up as a leader or as an individual who's building their skills up in an industry that they want to go into. And as you do that, you get a chance to work into your field, work in the various industries that you're thinking about cultivating your leadership ability. But at the same time, a lot of that self-development comes from developing your character. You have to develop integrity. You have to develop great work habits. You have to develop those things that make people see you as a leader in your particular field, in your particular position. What happens as you develop yourself, as you cultivate yourself, it creates what I call the herd effect. That's right, the herd effect, H-E-R-D, just like herding sheep, herding cattle. It's the herd effect. Any good leader, or as I like to call them, any uncommon leader has the herd effect. What is that herd effect? The herd effect is the ability to attract people. You know, shepherds, when they speak to their flock, when they call their flock, that particular flock knows the shepherd's voice and they follow that particular shepherd. So it's that same concept. When you have a leader that has the herd effect, it's because the flock or the individuals that want to follow them, they've seen the diligence of that leader. They've seen the dedication of that leader. They have seen how that leader treats his people, how as a leader, there's mentoring, there's motivating, there's cultivating. They see all of those things within that leader and they want to follow them. So when it comes to leadership, it is important to understand that it starts first by self-governance, by leading yourself, showing that you have the ability to get the job done. That's all within yourself. And then that translates to the second phase, which is really leading others. So when people see that you're able to get the job done, and they see that you've been able to motivate and educate and inspire people to bring their greatness to the table, to bring their greatness to the mission, then they will say, well, you know what, I want to follow this person because I know that I will be developed. I know that I will be pushed. I know that I will be able to really tap into the greatness that is in me, and this person is going to help me. Thank you very much for listening, and I look forward to our next talk.